Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
Welcome to Companies to Watch. That's right. So this is going to be something interesting because it's a bit of a place I think a lot of us have been to, right, Dan?
Yes, sir. I see you're playing with the sound games that you played earlier today. Yes, welcome to Companies to Watch. That's a segment where we spotlight and stock you up with ideas of listed companies that will call for your attention. So we're looking at market trends to risks, as well as hidden gems or warning signs to stay clear of. Text us. Be part of the conversation. 8855-0893. And tell us whether you think it's going to be a hot or not. Okay, Ryan?
Yeah.
You've got the song again? You got the song?
Yeah, let's get it going again.
Okay, let's try again. I like it, it's so nostalgic, even to this day.
Around the world also.
Yeah, so when it comes to convenience stores, what would be one of the few places that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, easy, 7-Eleven, Family Mart.
Yep.
What else have we got there?
Do we have a lot, though?
Lawson's. We also have...
I don't think we have Lawson's in Singapore, do we?
I'm not sure.
Not that I remember. Ryan's getting some help here. I think we've also got the neighborhood convenience stores, if you count that in as well.
Yeah. It used to be back in the day, Econ Mini Mart. I'm not sure if you count that.
What?
Econ Mini Mart? Gosh.
That's a way of Ryan, you're old. Okay. Now, yes, the universally well-known store, 7-Eleven, is what we're returning to today. That's the tone that a lot of us are familiar with. Safe to say that almost everyone has been to at least one in their lives and enjoyed, from the likes of Slurpees, snacks, hot food, or other products that they sell. What is one product that you really like?
Oh, it really was a Slurpee.
7-Eleven. Slurpee,
Yeah, it was classic.
Yeah, good old classic Slurpee. But the reason why I'm turning our attention to 7-Eleven today is because their parent company, 7&I Holdings, have ended a deal. And that's together with Alimentation Couche-Tard. They ended its pursuit of Japan's 7&I Holdings, with the Canadian retailer's ambitions giving way to mounting pressures in its own business. So we saw how Couche-Tard showed remarkable persistence in the roughly year-long campaign, which included a publicity blitz in Japan to court consumers and pledge to find buyers for more than 2,000 US stores to head off antitrust concerns. And that's even as it indicated a willingness to sweeten the $46 billion offer for the 7-Eleven company, representing a near 48% premium on the undisturbed stock price.
Yeah. They've been trying to buy it for quite some time, and then the deal kept getting, sweetened, like you pointed out.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of resistance from the folks who own the Japanese side, and I think the deal just wasn't conducive for them to consider at all.
Yeah, apparently it was quoted by some government officials as one of Japan's, I believe, greatest assets. And they were trying to protect it from foreign investors, from what I'm reading so far.
Yeah.
But as time wore on, it seems like what you've mentioned, increasingly unlikely that a deal would be reached, even as, the owner of Circle K stores signaled optimism about progress just as recently as last month, right?
Yeah, national critical asset, so to speak, because it's such an important part of the fabric of society, because you go there to buy your stuff, pay your bills, to make a pit stop for whatever have you. So it's become such a part of life that they say, hey, if a foreign owner takes over it, it's going to threaten somehow how things have been going on.
Yeah, and it shows how angry they were, Couche-Tard, I mean. The management vented in about a 1,500-word essay, ultimately collided with its own deteriorating business environment. So it's pretty wordy. If you want to have a look at it, you can search it up online. But yes, the prolonged saga became an even more difficult proposition for Couche-Tard's own stocks, because we've seen how its stock price has slumped about 14% this year, and that's as investors worried about a drop in spending at its US stores. Inflation and weak demand have also weighed on 7&I's stores in North America. But it seems like after the deal fell through, shares of Couche-Tard had soared as much as 18.5% in early trading on Thursday. That's supporting some optimism that by the likes from investors that, maybe Couche-Tard might be getting a better deal elsewhere. So that's the most since 2002 before pairing those gains. So here's why the bid failed. Some key issues include the likes of stonewalled due diligence. 7 & I provided, minimal financial and operational details, sharing only 14 files on U.S. business during a 10-week period under a non-disclosure agreement. A second point that failed included the likes of management misalignment. Apparently, executives stifled substantive discussions, with one Tokyo meeting described as tightly scripted and unproductive. Now, regulatory hurdles was another key factor. U.S. antitrust concerns required more store divestitures, but 7 & I resisted cooperating with potential buyers, and that further complicated the path to approval. Yeah. So
not uncommon in corporate Japan, where they typically resist foreign control or takeovers. So we've seen this play out in other cases as well.
Exactly. So it does seem like, 7 & I has stepped up to say that while it's disappointed by their decision and it disagreed with the Canadian rivals' numerous mischaracterizations, it wasn't exactly a surprise to them that the bid failed. So 7 & I, since then, shares of it had fallen more than 9% on Thursday to about 2,007 yen, which is 23% below Couche-Tard's offering price of 2,600 yen. So for investors, this marks a strategic shift and a chance to reevaluate 7 & I's valuation dynamics, and some of the strategic shifts that many investors might be focusing on includes critical areas like governance and transparency, especially since we've seen how, the public clash with Couche-Tard likely intensified scrutiny of 7 & I's corporate governance. The operational efficiency as well, with this 7-Eleven brand and over 85,000 stores, they still remain a retail titan, but declining same-store sales in Japan is likely to weigh on some of its profit margins as well. Shareholder value creation, that might also be another area of focus for investors. The rejected bid offered a 47.6% premium over 7 & I's stock price, and for them to choose independence, they need to justify and be able to deliver organic growth. After all, analysts will be watching these metrics to assess its commitment to returning capital to shareholders.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough job ahead because, like you pointed out, so many things they have to work on.
Exactly. So, having considered all factors and seeing how independent they want to be, I suppose, the verdict for 7 & I, as of today, has got to be a not for me. Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I can kind of understand where you're coming from, so I'll join you.
All right, that's a fair point there. And that pretty much wraps up for our analysis of today's Stock in Focus, 7 & I Holdings. Now, Ryan, some fun facts about 7 & I Holdings. Did you know that 7-Eleven was founded in 1927 as an ice and beverage stand in Texas? And it wasn't exactly called 7-Eleven at the beginning. Do you know what they were called?
7 & I?
No.
No.
Originally named Totem Stores. Now, the convenience store name actually was based on a souvenir totem pole that was placed in front of one of the busiest locations back in the US. But the 7-Eleven was renamed after the change in the store's operation hours, which were from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And yes, as we all would know, every 7-Eleven is unique to its country. So, what's a 7-Eleven employee's favorite exercise?
What is it?
Running the register.
Okay.
Are you a big gulp, Brian?
No.
Because I can't handle you in one go.
Okay, how about this? Do you know why it's called 7 I Holdings? Where the I come from?
Where the I come from? No, I don't know actually.
Okay, actually, it was renamed 7 I back in 2005 as a nod to Ito Yokado and Mr. Ito, who was then the company's honorary chairman.
Oh, so that's why the I at the back.
That's where the I comes from.
And that's all we have for 7 I Holdings.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.